Talk about Commissioner Slive's proposal of the GPA from 2 to 2.5. Do you think that would hurt you, or are you in favor of it with the state of Tennessee or the high school recruits not nearly as good as some of the others? And talk about also on the recruiting trail going head-to-head with James Franklin now.
Well, let me. I don't really know the specifics of what the commissioner says as it relates to academics, but I have had a lot of discussions with NCAA, with a lot of people who are talking about academic change. We've been talking about it since the beginning of college football. We've made some tremendous changes with our APR, all the reform that went on, and it's been very healthy for our institutions and for our student athletes. So we set some good baseline standards, and we met those standards in football for the most part. But now I guess there's criticism because we're the lowest of the sports in the APR, and it to me raises the question: when is the lowest good enough? We set the standards, the minimum standards. We meet the minimum standards, but now we're not happy. It's no different to me than the person that finishes last in medical school. He's a doctor. They don't say you were the lowest in your class. I think one of the things that is unique about college football is the differences in all the institutions. This is not the National Football League. We're not trying to make everybody the same. Every institution has a different academic mission, has a different mission as it relates to developing the football program, and I think that's what makes college special. And the standards that we have now don't mandate that every institution use those standards. It only mandates that you meet those standards. And so if institutions want to raise their standards, as many of them have, they have that prerogative. And I think that's what's good about college football, and then allow the market to correct it.
We'll go here in the center section.
Coach, you said you cut back on $50,000 on the recruiting services. Is that correct?
My first year, yeah. I think we cut another 25 this year.
Why?
Don't come back and say, oh, it was 47.5. I mean,
Why was it so much? Is that a Lane Kiffin thing? Did Lane Kiffin make it that much on the budget?
I can't speak for how it got to that. I just came in and said, what are we doing, and what do we need, and what do we not really need? So we just did a little quality control and shaved it down a little bit. Nobody told me to do it. But you got to remember where I came from. We didn't have any money at Louisiana Tech. So, my instinct was cut money. Then I realized we had $100 million